Na serious matter wey shake body for Edo State House of Assembly on Tuesday as dem hold one emotional plenary section take address the way kidnapping and insecurity dey spread for the state. The case of Ehije Moses, wey kpai for Igwebe as he dey try rescue kidnapped victims, come put fire for the session as lawmakers demand quick government action and better security support for the affected families. Honorable G.A. Inegebo, wey dey represent Igwebe constituency, raise the matter of urgent public importance. He come also talk say kidnappers no dey fear again as dem don begin enter town and villages dey carry people as dem like. He come also yarn say him dey mourn him cousin Ehije Moses wey lose him life for the rescue mission.
Mr. Speaker, my matter of urgent public importance is as a result of the incessant attacks occurring in my local government, and not just my local government, Mr. Speaker, my village, my ward. And Mr. Speaker, I want to thank my colleagues for the opportunity given to me to present this motion paper as I tried to present it under personal explanation yesterday. Mr. Speaker, what happened in my community on Easter Day was a Black Sunday, where a young man sacrificed his life by name Ehije Moses, lost his life while saving kidnapped victims. In the process, 8 victims were released, but at the end of the day, he lost his life. Mr. Speaker, as I speak to you, my community has been invaded by other kidnapped headsmen on the 25th of April 2025. Another ugly incident occurred. For the first time, Mr. Speaker, before now, we witnessed kidnaps happening along the road or in the bush. But for the first time, Mr. Speaker, they came into the community. They tried to apprehend the family. The mother was able to run into the house with her children, Mr. Speaker. And by the time she shut the door, they could not get them. But the kidnappers started shooting into the house. And as I speak, Mr. Speaker, so grateful that as of today, 5 of those families received gunshot wounds. 4 are still in intensive care in the Edo House Specialist Teaching Hospital. 1, unfortunately, lost his life. Mr. Speaker, the rates of kidnappings and the invasion, I cannot say much, Mr. Speaker, so I feel I have to speak on behalf of the entire government, because even yesterday, a family was released, a husband, the wife, the son, and their paid employee, who were kidnapped on the 25th of April, got released yesterday, having paid ransom. Mr. Speaker, as I speak to you, it is not a business for these kidnappers. It's not a business in my community for these kidnappers that they come at will to kidnap people and demand ransom. Mr. Speaker, my people are farmers. My people are farmers. Now they can't even go to their farm anymore. They can't even go to their farm anymore. Mr. Speaker, you will recall that it was also on this floor. I also reported that the Oroje, the king of my village, was kidnapped. Mr. Speaker, we beg that whatever it is, if it's a state of emergency, it should be declared for the kidnappers in the forest on security. Mr. Speaker, please, I need to move this motion for my people to survive, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, come send him condolences to the family of the deceased and come talk say House go take steps to support the family and handle security wahala.
For others, I think apart from you saying it here this morning, very long last week, Matta, who was going to the bush to hunt, I met kidnapped victims. So they saw the Matta, the kidnappers, they all ran away. And he went into action and he started losing those kidnappers the time. And he released about 4 of them, and 4 were still time before the kidnappers now fled and collected. And as they have said, the bullet did enter his body, and he brought out stick, those they are called stick, and started beating him, and was beaten to death. It's so sad that things like this are still happening in our communities. Not only in the so happened in the Southeast in other time, where after 3 days, the member representing that constituency was not like a movie, because he was stressed, going home all the time to see how those issues can be resolved and to live itself again. So I want to, on behalf of the House, sympathize with the family of that brave man. I think that brave man deserves an award, even in his death. And that brave man has children. I think the eldest of his children is about 5 years old. I think we must have to draw the attention of the government to see how family of that brave mother should also be assisted.
Honorable Osezu Ojezele, wey dey represent Esa South-East, come support the motion, come also yarn the House say IPOB sit-at-home order don dey shele for im area, and come warn say if dem no act fast, the unrest fit reach Benin City.
Mr. Speaker, you know I'm a village man. Hence, when issues like this are brought to the fore, I always have a lot to say about it. Also, Mr. Speaker, this very incident happened in Udo, which is part of Igwe local government. And yesterday I made it known that by way of history, or in retrospect, the founder of Burkina was an elder brother of the founder of Biafra, which is today known as Haji. Mr. Speaker, I am standing to shed light on what is happening presently, because a lot of this issue has been discussed here. But Mr. Speaker, for the fact that we have not seen an end of the challenge, I think we will continue to discuss it. Let us also know that because when the position saying the government of Edo State, I think we are also, as a legislator, we are not insulated from being finding solution to some of the challenges we have in this area of kidnapping and the rest. Mr. Speaker, Esa South-East have a great border with Igwe local government. And before now, there used to be an agric settlement in boundary between this area and their kingdom. And those areas have not been forgotten. Hence, these herdsmen have turned those areas to a place of refuge or other accounts that to operate. And the large expanse of land there is so enormous. Mr. Speaker, I want to let you know today that Esa South is almost half of the entire Edo Central, because Esa South is covered by an expanse of about 1,306 kilometers square out of the 2,779 kilometers square of the entire Edo Central. Hence, these people have found that place very fertile ground for them to live in. Mr. Speaker, I think I am standing here to speak on behalf of the people of Udo, which happens to be our brother, and also on behalf of the people of Esa South-East. Yesterday, I was inundated with the challenges that is happening in my own constituency. Mr. Speaker, IPOB, they have started executing their sit-at-home program in Eastern Southeast. To be precise, yesterday, in a community which is Ward 5 in my constituency, they killed several people and so many cars and buses were torn to ashes along in the road in the community. Mr. Speaker, it's a thing we need to really take an urgent, find urgent solution to. As before they will come to the city in the town. Mr. Speaker, we have been talking about this issue of insecurity in the Edo State, insecurity in different local governments and everything. I think at this point in time we should take a decisive action. If it is for us to meet with the people in charge of the executive, let us discuss it. The alternative or the solutions we can offer as legislators, we offer it so that we put the rest of this thing. Because at the end of the day, we don't care that what's happened. We will not be insulated from this strategy because we are part of the government. We should look into it better than the way we have been. Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Honorable Andrew Zameri, where they represent Ovia North East 2, come report one deadly attack for Okada West, where suspected Kili Kili Matta people don't carry out. He come ask make the house involve security agencies and talk to the governor sharp, make him act like how them take act for Uromi before.
Mr. Speaker, about a month ago, a similar thing happened in the constituency. Precisely, Sule camp in Okada West. At 2 a.m., the Fulani herdsmen invaded this community and killed almost everybody in that community, Yoruba people farmers. At a point, I sought your permission to speak about it, but you respectfully said we have talked about this insecurity so many times in these hallowed chambers. It has become a circus, like we're running in circles. We talk about insecurity and apparently nothing is done about it. And most recently, I want to commend Our Excellency, Distinguished Senator Mondo Bewolo. We were invited to the executive chambers where he met with a delegation from Kano State. Like I said, I commend his urgent intervention in the situation that occurred in Uromi. I think we need such intervention from His Excellency in these regards. I suggested about a month ago as well that there's a need for us to interface with the security chiefs. There is a need, an urgent need to meet with them because just like my distinguished brother from Eastern Southeast said, God forbid that we see these people in Benin City. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to pray indulgence that there's a need for us to interface with His Excellency and let's go in person as a house to emphasize, bring it to his attention, the urgency, because as it is today, there is no constituency that the Fulani herdsmen have not gone to kill. I'm sure that they have killed more than 16 people. The issue of Uromi was just 15, it was just 16 allegedly hunters. But I'm sure in our respective constituency, over 16 has been killed. So, Mr. Speaker, there is a need for us to interface with His Excellency. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Sunday Agede, where they represent Ovia Southwest, come sympathize with Udo community as in yarn say the killings don't become national crisis. He come talk say make them develop Udo for agriculture to reduce criminal hideouts and revive the Edo State security network.
Mr. Speaker, first I want to sympathize with the people of Udo community in Ekwebi local government area. Mr. Speaker, for those who don't know, Udo community is part of my own constituency. The because the people of Udo in Igwe migrated from Udo in Ovia Southwest. And we are still together. Whatever we do here, that is what they are doing there. That is why I want to really...
Is that correct?
Very correct, Mr. Speaker.
It's correct.
Yes, sir.
We are expanding, Mr. Speaker. Because, but to that extent, Mr. Speaker, I want to sympathize with my brothers and sisters from Udo. Mr. Speaker, you know that this issue of kidnapping is a national issue. There is no way we can resolve this issue within our local government or within the state, because our state have boundaries here and there. There must be a national solution to this matter. We must always relate with our boundary states, because whatever we are going to do here now, if you draft policemen and military men to that area now, they will relocate and come back again. It's a national issue, Mr. Speaker. But I want to thank our governor, our Edo governor, because I know he's trying to focus on agriculture. I'm aware that that area has a virgin land, a large expanse of land. I don't know if it is possible for our governor to take part of those land, to develop it. Once that area is developed, the idea, these incidences of bombing will not be there again. I want us to look at that area. The area between this Udo and the other communities, there is a large expanse of land there, like I was told. Let us utilize that area for our agricultural purposes. Mr. Speaker, we will also need to reorganize the Edo Network program. I don't think, right now, they are efficient. I believe that is why, like we were told, the commander also was removed, but there's need to come back on, so that the people there will be paid. There's need for incentive to these men and women. Mr. Speaker, to that extent, I once again empathize and sympathize with my people from the Udo community. Thank you.
Honorable Imaku Ada, where they represent Isa North-East 1, come here and say them need to separate farmer-header clashes from pure kidnapping, and come also want say some people for community fit dey help kidnappers. Make them check people way out of nowhere get money and monitor local informants.
I want to join my voice to those of other members of this distinguished house to commiserate with the people who lost their lives in Udo and other parts of the state in different security breaches recently. I want to just quickly say, Mr. Speaker, that in my humble opinion, a clear line of demarcation must be drawn between the issues of kidnapping and the perennial, age-long, time-defying farmer-header conflict. They are two different issues, Mr. Speaker. I want to agree with Honorable Member representing Ovia Southwest. With regard to the issue of farmer-header crisis, it is a national crisis. It is not an Edo State crisis. The conflict, the clashes between farmers and headers over contestation for lands, for farming and for grazing of cattle is as old as time itself. I remember that of recent, His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in an unprecedented move, established the Ministry for Livestock Farming. I hope I got the name of that ministry correctly, to specifically deal with the issues related to farmer-header crisis. That is with regard to that. With regard to kidnapping, Mr. Speaker, I respectfully would like to say that if we have to be truthful to ourselves and stop beating around the bush, the idea that every kidnapping in Edo State will just stand up and say, oh, Fulani, oh, Fulani, oh, Fulani, is self-deceit. Mr. Speaker, sir, as a people, whether we are Esan, we are Afemai, we are Benin, we must start talking to, thank you very much, Honorable, we must start talking to ourselves, our children, our younger ones. Mr. Speaker, sir, who is providing the information that these people are using to invade our communities? We cannot pretend that the hands of even our own younger ones are clean. Mr. Speaker, we have situations, countless stories, where people come to kidnap, and those they kidnap, they are telling them, oh, your uncle bro sent you money from the US last week. You bought 2 cars last week. This privileged information that only those of us in our communities are aware of. Mr. Speaker, sir, without intelligence, it is very difficult for crime to prosper. So we in Edo State, lawmakers, parents, teachers, principals, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Governor, everybody also we need to start talking to ourselves, to our younger ones, because the enemy, like they say, is always within. The information that goes out to people that enables them to successfully kidnap our people all over Edo State, Mr. Speaker, most respectfully, those information are coming out from bad eggs amongst our own indigenous. We have the capacity, if we speak truth to ourselves in our various local communities, we know the bad eggs. We can start pointing them out, or keep quiet and allow these issues to magnify and to fester. Thank you, Honorable. That, Mr. Speaker, is my humble suggestion. Once again, I share in the grief of the people of Odo in my local government, Mr. Speaker, Esan Northeast. Kidnapping is now the order of the day. And the reports I have gotten with regard to a lot of the kidnapping that takes place is why I have stood up here this morning to say to our own people now, enough is enough. Stop giving out information that endangers your own people. There is a lot of unexplained wealth going around, Mr. Speaker. Our value system has plummeted to its lowest ebbs. We have a situation in which there are so many people making so much money from sources that are completely unexplainable. This in itself is a security threat, where people who can barely write their own names, who would go into the bank and cannot even fill their own tellers without the assistance of the banking officers, have so much money at their disposal, and everyone seems to be playing the ostrich and pretending that we are not seeing this. Mr. Speaker, the major problem we have, most respectfully, with regard to the security challenges that plague us as a state, is not government. It's not even those that come and pick people and they say they take them to the bush. Mr. Speaker, the problem is with us as a people. We must change our value system. We must begin to summon the courage to tell those of us in our various communities that are doing what is wrong, that they are doing what is wrong. It is not enough, Mr. Speaker, for those who have hotels to be very happy that their rooms are filled up every day. by people of questionable character simply because the money comes into the bank. It is not enough that those who sell land are very happy that any land they want to sell, there are some young boys who can buy it at any amount, whether or not the source of the income is questionable or not. We have to start to look at ourselves as a people. Remove our eyes from government and look at ourselves as a people. Look in the mirror and see the person staring back at you in the mirror. And tell yourself if indeed the right things are being done. We need to stop glorifying unexplained wealth. We need to stop, let me use the local parlance, Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission. We need to stop hailing people merely because they can come up with so much money, even though you don't even know where the money came from or where it's going. This is the bottom line, Mr. Speaker, because the man who is seeing the other man with so much money that nobody even knows where it comes from also wants to acquire that much money by fair means or foul. We are heading into a very existential threat, Mr. Speaker. As indigents of Edo State, we need to also make sure that we talk to ourselves so that by this means we can support the government to achieve the desired objective. But to pretend that all of our problems is coming from some people in the bush somewhere, that is self-deceit, Mr. Speaker. I thank you for the opportunity.
Speaker Right Honorable Blessing Agbewako come conclude say kidnapping don't pass armed robbery for Nigeria and say it don't turn national crisis.
Then the men were picking their nations about the road with food, helicopter, in the forest, talking about nations. So it's a national issue. I think kidnapping has replaced armed robbery. That's the fact. Just as our legend musician King Sunny Ade kidnapped. Till now, many people know he's very bad. So it's a national issue. Issa Central.
Honorable Father Igbere Mole, where they represent Issa Central, come also beg the state to support the widow and children of Ehige Moses, while Minority Leader Honorable Charity Aigobaweya and other members also call for urgent action, condemn those where they support criminals, and show support for the people of Igwebe.
Mr. Speaker, like what you rightly said, kidnapping has been a national issue, which we are all aware of. It's now everyday practice in all parts of the country. Then, Mr. Speaker, my major concern is about that widow, that man that laid his life to rescue people who were making down, and now he has gone on down. The wife from the water my colleague has passed around said the wife has 5 kids, less than 5 years. They are all below the age of 5 to 7 years. Now, everybody, we are sympathizing with the wife right to move from the community. You know, distant time, in the next few months or 1 month from now, that woman will be our home with those kids. Mr. Speaker, those are the major concerns that we have to look at. So that in future, if that woman is on her own, those whoever that have such mind to rescue, I don't think they will even support the community or because they will be making reference to what has happened to one of their own. Please, Mr. Speaker, I will beg this House, in any way possible, if possible, let's approach the state government to get appointment for that lady so that she will be able to carry the family along. Because no matter what we are doing like that, if that one is not enabled, honestly, children, because that man today can be anybody, children will suffer. Please, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, permit me to commensurate with the people of Udo in Igwebe local government area, using my friend representing Igwebe local government area as a point of contact, to express sympathy because of the fact that they are today under siege. Mr. Speaker, I refer to the book of Proverbs, whereas I'm not able to quote verbatim, but I will express the bias that is domiciled in that session. That if you allow the counsel on the other side listening to him to make his full submission, you as the lawyer on this side, because he was addressing lawyers, we seem not to have a case until you bring yours forth. It is in that sense I want to, with humility, acknowledge with deference what submission has been made by the member representing Esan Northeast 2, except to also do except to also make some very vital points. It is true that the issue of kidnapping and Fulani herdsmen are different phenomena. But in recent times, they have become a factor of 6.5 dozen. It is the same Fulani herdsmen that perpetrate the kidnapping. Whereas I concede that it is our people that usually give them the soft information, which is condemnable, which is condemned, which nobody will support. But it is because they are there. Because investigation have revealed that almost always, because it also happened in my own area, in Ovia Notisa, in the village called Igwodia, Ijowa, and Ikuhiri, they were picking people on a daily basis. And the wife, who used to sell kunu around Ekiadono market, was seen one day shopping luxury. And they asked her, "Madam, you no longer sell kunu?" She said, "No, the husband has gotten a new job. The job of kidnapping." So they don't even know that this is a crime, a heinous one at that, taking people and demanding ransom. So it will be doing them some service to say this one should be separated from the others. They are one and the same, because they are the people that have been elevated to another status in this country to be bearing arms without questioning. Today, sir, even as members of the armed forces, either of the security network in Edo, they will tell you that you cannot take arms. Your arms must be profiled. You must provide enough evidence to be able to carry arms. But these Fulani herdsmen, they bear arms. Nobody asks them question. Are they more of Nigerians than the rest of us? These are questions we must ask. Mr. Speaker, when I was growing up, I used to be, I am a very avid reader. I read voraciously. So when I read newspaper at that time, Daily Times, Guardian most times, I read about invasion of villages in the Plateau, the Jos Plateau. And I'm looking at it as something that is very far. Mr. Speaker, they are in our backyard. This kidnapping are rehearsals. I don't want to sound alarmist, but I find it deep in my spirit that those are the issues that we are having in our hands. Because in my very presence, it metamorphosed from just the plateau and the Benue. They are taking over ancestral lands, people are being killed. I have seen very disturbing pictures on the social medias where people were asked to dig their own grave, lie down, and they were shot in their own village. So we must not look at it as maybe a factor of kidnapping or that is what's it called? Farmers and herders crisis. No, sir. It is by far more than that. I have a thinking in my mind that these people have a motive that is beyond these kidnapping and herders challenges. Look at the number of them coming to the south, sir. Look at the number of them staying in our forests, even places that we cannot go to. What is their intention? Like the member representing of Notice 2 clearly stated, in Sule camp at Notice, Okada to be precise, these people came in at night and started killing everybody. What did everybody do to them? Sir, it is an expansionist mission. It is not a mistake. We must wake up. If we say it doesn't concern us, God forbid, it will meet all of us one after the other. Like that man said in Germany, when the Nazis came, I said, oh, they are for the Jews. When they finished with the Jews, they went to the Christian. When they finished, I'm not a Christian after all. But before you know it, it got to everybody. We must start talking about it. We must invoke the spirit of Cicero in the Roman Empire, whom after every session, we tell the Roman Parliament that the Legia de Carthago, let us destroy Carthage. Because if we do not destroy Carthage, Carthage will destroy us. And because they did not listen to that wise advice by Cicero, they waited one day. Carthage, a trading center, became a war zone. And they took the war, led by Hannibal, using the elephant to destroy the Roman Empire. I am begging, sir, that we must not shy away from this problem of insecurity. We must take it to the highest level. We must not say too much about it. If we say it from today to tomorrow, it is not enough. Let us heighten the awareness of the existential threat to our corporate existence to the level that we took the matter of the Urumi system. Let everybody know about it, that in Edo State, the people that are habiting our forests are not welcomed. And we must take a deliberate policy to clean out our forests. Let them come and stay with us in our towns. They are Nigerians, they have a right to everywhere, but they cannot stay in a place where we cannot access. They must stay in our towns, live there to go and feed their cow. Then they come back in the night, we'll be seeing them. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the matter is a matter of urgent public importance, calling on the federal, state, the local government, and all relevant security agencies to come to the aid of Edo Central Senatorial District, especially Udo in Igwebe local government area of Edo State, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, whereas it is the duty of the state government to provide security for all its citizens, as enshrined in Section 14 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, Mr. Speaker, in 2023. Whereas The House of Assembly of a state is empowered to make laws for the peace and order and the good governance of the state as provided in Section 4 of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999, as amended, Mr. Speaker. Whereas the people of Udo in Ward 5, Igwebe local government area, are majorly farmers who contribute to the growth of the economy and agricultural sector in Edo State. Whereas late Moses Ehije put his life on the line when he rescued 8 kidnapped victims, though he fought gallantly to rescue some victims, but was overpowered and killed by these killer headsmen. Whereas the family of late Moses Ehije are now in distress, having lost their breadwinner, as the late Moses Ehije is survived by a pregnant wife and 3 children, who are all below the ages of 5. Mr. Speaker, these killer headsmen also sought the son of Mr. Godfrey Isamu of Duakim in Udo on the arm and is currently receiving treatment at Edo House Specialist Teaching Hospital. Whereas the killer headsmen also shot and wounded 5 persons, a mother and 4 children in Udo area, where 4 are still currently receiving treatment in the intensive care unit of Edo Specialist Hospital, as one of them passed on the 26th of April 2025 from the gunshot wound he sustained. Mr. Speaker, sir, be it therefore resolved by this Honorable House that the late Moses Ehije's wife should be placed on employment in the State or Local Government Service Commission, as the family have lost their breadwinner, and to provide other necessary compensation for their upkeep, and that Mr. Ehije Moses be given a posthumous recognition for his efforts and gallantry in rescuing the 8 victims who were kidnapped before he was killed. That the community vigilantes and members of the Hunters Union should be conscripted into the Edo Security Corps network, where they can at least earn a salary for their efforts. That the government should make concerted efforts and ensure that the relevant security agencies are mobilized to ensure the entire forest in Udo, Igwebe local government, sharing boundaries with Esan Southeast, Esan Central, and Esan Northeast respectively, be combed to rid the forest of criminals. Mr. Speaker, that all forests within Edo State should also be combed to prevent criminals from transferring their camps to another part of the state. Mr. Speaker, that the state government should set up agricultural farm settlements between Udo and Ubiaja in the forest to open up the area and make it economically viable.
Then you see them full landlord will load them for the month, will drop them in Edo State. Edo State is now like a dumping ground for them. They do all sorts of crime. Can you imagine a man built his house with aluminium roof, trying to see where he can make money to the so that he can back him. These idiots went to the house, got a calendar of their own people. They removed all the aluminium and they compressed it. No one said. The man was shocked, came to his house. No roof. No roof. When you wear a house, you know how expensive those electric wires are now. If you don't put the guy in the house, under 3 days, you will unwire the house. You remove all the wires from the house, putting you into confusion. So we must check them. Must check them. We don't need to keep back. We must check them. You got that? Please. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Speaker, the matter is a matter of urgent public importance, calling on the federal, state, local government, and all relevant security agencies to come to the aid of Edo Central Senatorial District, especially Udo, in Igwebe local government area of Edo State, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, whereas it is the duty of the state government to provide security for all its citizens as enshrined in Section 14 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, Mr. Speaker, in 2023. Whereas the House of Assembly of the state is empowered to make laws for the peace and order and the good governance of the state as provided in Section 4 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, Mr. Speaker. Whereas the people of Udo in Ward 5, Igwebe local government area, are majorly farmers who contribute to the growth of the economy and agricultural sector in Edo State. Whereas late Moses Ehije put his life on the line when he rescued 8 kidnapped victims, though he fought gallantly to rescue some victims, but was overpowered and killed by these killer headsmen. Whereas the family of late Moses Ehije are now in distress, having lost their breadwinner, as the late Moses Ehije is survived by a pregnant wife and 3 children, who are all below the ages of 5. Mr. Speaker, these killer headsmen also sought the son of Mr. Godfrey Isamu of Duakini in Udo on the arm and is currently receiving treatment at Edo House Specialist Teaching Hospital. Whereas the killer headsmen also shot and wounded 5 persons, a mother and 4 children in the Udo area, where 4 are still currently receiving treatment in the intensive care units of Edo Specialist Hospital, as one of them passed on the 26th of April 2025 from the gunshot wound he sustained. Mr. Speaker, sir, be it therefore resolved by this Honorable House that the late Moses Ehije's wife should be placed on employment in the State or Local Government Service Commission, as the family have lost their breadwinner, and to provide other necessary compensation for their upkeep, and that Mr. Ehije Moses be given a posthumous recognition for his efforts and gallantry in rescuing the 8 victims who were kidnapped before he was killed. That the community vigilantes and members of the Hunters Union should be conscripted into the Edo Security Corps network, where they can at least earn a salary for their efforts. That the government should make concerted efforts and ensure that the relevant security agencies are mobilized to ensure the entire forest in Udo, Igwebe local government, sharing boundaries with Esan Southeast, Esan Central, and Esan Northeast respectively, be combed to rid the forest of criminals. Mr. Speaker, that all forests within Edo State should also be combed to prevent criminals from transferring their camps to another part of the state. Mr. Speaker, that the state government should set up agricultural farm settlements between Udo and Ubiaja in the forest to open up the area and make it economically viable. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
As emanating from the matter of urgent public importance. Please, to have a copy, you look at the resolutions, the executive and it will be amended. Please, let us look at it and amend as such.
Arise to second the resolution moved by my brother, and I would like to add that we've made several resolutions on security in this house. That we look at the sum total of all the resolutions made before now, we put them together as a singular document. And that members, we have a meeting with His Excellency, so that we can suggest, brainstorm on decisions to be taken to put up a structure that can solve this problem. Because we cannot engage in lamentation. So that is my one thing I would like us to add to this the resolution. And again, I would like to add that as a house, there are many laws we have passed.
Yes, which what are you amending?
I am not amending, I'm adding to the resolution he has made. Yes. That we put together all the resolutions we have made so far into a document. We move as members to go and have a meeting with His Excellency to assist to come up with strategies. Yes.
Not coming to
Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't have opportunity to speak, so that we take action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I most respectfully counter the submission of my respected sister, the Deputy Speaker, with regard to the proposal that all past resolutions be codified into a single document, and then we move as one, as members, to go and offer what my sister considers advice on the security situation in the state to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State. At the risk of, I have to say this, Mr. Speaker, I beg your permission to be protected. The security issue in the state is something of concern. This House of Assembly has dwelt on it several times. But even at that, Mr. Speaker, I would oppose any subtle attempt to politicize this issue, because I can say without any fear of contradiction that the past administration of Governor Godwin Obaseki, the situation was far more dire than it is today. Please, Mr. Speaker, I would like to finish. I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I'm countering what was said publicly on the floor of the House. I'm almost done, sir.
I don't see that as
Please, sir, I'm almost done. Please let me finish, sir. Please, Mr. Speaker, I thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. So we advise some of this emergency activism that is emanating now, which did not emanate then, should please be watered down, because if we did not have the courage to bring up some of this emergency activism at that time, we should also please just my amendment.
I'm not saying wrong in words.
I have heard my humble opinion, Mr. Speaker.
You know, as I've said,
yes, sir.
We all here.
I see something very wrong in this, Speaker, and that is why I have taken time to make. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With regard to the resolutions, the one that says that employment should be given to the wife of late Moses Seige in either the State or Local Government Service Commission. I think that is good. Of course, the caveat would be depending on status. Yes, suitability for the employment in terms of meeting the criteria that will make our employer for same. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to say it will not be complete, or we will not have done holistic checkmating of the hoodlums and the criminals that are causing mayhem in our society and our community if we do not also suggest that the forest guards should be reactivated. The criminals we are talking about, most of them live comfortably in our forests. It has become a sanctuary for them. Some of these forests have been tagged evil forests, and nobody goes in there. I remember in those days, forest guards and people go into the forest. They are even armed, licensed, ammunition.
When we have laws, no more laws.
What?
Why?
No. When we combat insecurity, we must rely on intelligence. Intelligence comes through either local intelligence from the villagers or forest guards in the forest. If they encounter terrorist group in the forest, they report to the police, and that will be, handled almost, swiftly. So the forest guard should be reactivated. That is to indirectly combat insecurity, because the forests have become a breeding ground for these herdsmen. They should police the forest.
Meanwhile, Honorable Edosa Richard come present report from the House Committee on Health on top bill to establish the Edo State School of Nursing, Health Science and Technology, Udomi. The House come observe 1 minute silence for the victims before they come adjourn till Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. Make una no forget say, as we see am, and so we dey talk am. We know they take blame. From Edo State House of Assembly, Oyifeme Onosimwa, TMC News.